Good afternoon to you all, our dearest customers. Welcome back to this, our regular service and market update from Maersk. A short 15 minutes update on the latest trends and challenges facing our industry today, and particularly here in Asia. My name is Michelle, Head of Trans-Pacific Market in Asia-Pacific region. I'm here in Shanghai today with Eric, Head of Marine.
Good afternoon to you all.
Today, we will cover port and equipment update, market and service update, especially focusing on Trans-Pacific market, where we have received many requests in past months. Last but not least, we will share our latest initiatives regarding sustainability and how we are decarbonizing the industry by new energy and technology. If at any time you have questions or feedback, please type them in the Q&A box over the right of your screen. We will come back to you using the contact details from this broadcast. And just before we get started, if you want to receive our monthly updates by email, we have just posted a link for you to register in the comment section too. You can also scan the QR code on the screen to watch our previous broadcast from July. So let's get started by looking at an update on port and equipment. I will hand over to you, Eric.
Thank you, Michelle. And thank you all for joining our August broadcast. In Asia Pacific, ports are recovering from closures caused by recent typhoons and tropical storms. Shanghai, Ningbo, and Yantian are now congested with a waiting time of 3 days, and a 2 to 3 days waiting time in Port Keelung and Vantao in Da Nang. On the destination side, there are a waiting time of 10 days in Antwerp in Europe and 3 days in the South African ports of Cape Town and Durban. In North America, we see waiting time of between 6 to 12 days on the West Coast ports of Long Beach, Los Angeles, Auckland, Seattle, and Vancouver, and a slightly shorter waiting time between 3 to 5 days on the East Coast port of Savannah. We care about your cargo delivery, and we are making an adjustment to our network to mitigate any delays. The Asia Pacific capacity redeployment will give you access to a more reliable service, with increased coverage to help you avoid congestions that you face by many others. When we look at equipment, supply has been tight since the start of the pandemic, and remains tight today, in part due to strong export demand from Asia, as well as much slower turnaround or return of empty containers, especially from North America. We cannot see any noticeable improvement in the global supply of equipment in the foreseeable future. However, Maersk, we have taken some urgent steps to ensure more stable supply of empty containers for you, including speeding up of building new containers and increasing our leasing of empties. We have inflated a substantial amount of 40-foot high cube over the past year, and we will continue inflate for the rest of this year. To further increase supply, we have made available some 40-foot reefer containers that can serve as non-operating reefer equipment. Our Maersk customer service will keep you regularly updated on the actual number of available equipment for you. And the success is heavily dependent on the ability of customers to return empty containers back as quick as possible from North America, and in particular in the Pacific Southwest, where the situation is quite pressing. Now I will give it back to Michelle to talk more about Pacific trade. Over to you, Michelle.
Thanks, Eric, for the update. So let's look at the trade across the Pacific and especially the situation on the Asia to North American network. In the past 9 months, we have seen strong volatility in demand in global trading across most countries and areas. Disruption on global supply chains has presented major headaches for many industries and companies. Demand rush has led to congestion across all nodes of supply chains. Unfortunately, we expect no major improvement to this situation for remaining 2021. Looking at demand into North American market specifically, rush started from last year, and according to latest report by Wall Street Journal, inventories are remaining at the lowest level in 10 years, despite all retailers have been spent tremendous efforts in building up stocks. Therefore, the demand for space is forecasted to continue through this year, likely even longer. Also, we are observing a change for supply chain management from just in time to just in case, where retailers are switching their approach toward more stocks than typical levels over the past few years. Looking at supply and infrastructure, the whole interconnected chain of ocean, ports, road, rail, air, depots, and warehousing has been affected due to demand surge. US ports have been congested since second half last year. At this moment, more than 50 vessels are waiting outside to berth. The impact of the pandemic remains unpredictable. It has already resulted in labor shortage and low productivity at several ports. The knock-on effect of this is a decline in schedulability, and as a result, we can expect some occasional missed sailings. Missed sailings are also happening when carriers don't have sufficient vessels to fill gaps and serve weekly schedules. The current global idling tonnage is only around 1%, a steep drop from 10.6% from Q2 last year. The issue of tight space has become an industry-wide challenge. Sourcing vessels to fill gaps has been difficult more than ever. And there are challenges at the inland side too. We see bottlenecks almost everywhere from coastal ports to inland cities. The turn time for truckers at ports has been increasing day by day. Restrictions on acceptable volume of traffic have been put in place to ease congestion. On the west coast for rail, the long-standing time has increased by over 11 days. There's no easy fix. So what is Maersk doing to help you, our valued customers, to mitigate these challenges? Firstly, for US West Coast, we have launched a new Trans-Pacific Express Service, TPX, covering Yantian, Ningbo to Los Angeles. The service will increase direct coverage from East and South China to and from Los Angeles, and will also help with Southeast Asia cargo by transship in Yantian. For US East Coast, in addition to our recently launched TP23 service, we have also launched the TP20, covering Ventao, Shanghai to Norfolk, Baltimore via the Panama. TP20 will significantly help improve direct connection from Vietnam to US, and will also create a new linkage from Vietnam to Shanghai, which will improve connectivity within Asia. We have made these changes on the important Asia to North Europe America network to provide a more stable network for you, and with the aim of reducing the chances of missed coverage. We have also provided Maersk Accelerate and Flex Hub, which can further improve our customer supply chain agility and flexibility. Maersk will continue to make efforts across the whole supply chain to help you cargo moving, solving bottlenecks, reducing disruptions, maintaining access to transportation and delivery. If you are interested in learning more about any of these services or solutions, please contact your Maersk sales representative or leave a message in the comments section. So that's the update on the Pacific network. Hand it back to Eric to talk about sustainability. He will also share with all of you some exciting news. Thank you.
Now, a brief update on sustainability and how we decarbonize the supply chain. Maersk has made our commitment to become carbon zero by 2050 through new ships, new fuels, and new technologies. For ships, we have just started building the world's first container vessel to be fueled by carbon-neutral methanol. The 172-foot feeder vessel will sail from 2023 on the Baltic shipping route between Northern Europe and the Bay of Bothnia. It will offer a truly carbon-neutral product for many of our customers, to help decarbonize their supply chain. For fuels, we have introduced Maersk Eco Delivery. It replaces traditional fossil fuel with more sustainable biofuel, making carbon neutral shipping right now available to you, our valuable customers, lead the way in fight against climate change. Customers are already using Eco Delivery to realize their ambitions to be carbon neutral, such as Bestseller, where we are working with them to provide fully carbon neutral solutions on all their ocean transportation, inland services, and CFS handling. And for technology, we have launched our Maersk emission dashboard. It is a one-stop shop for you to track CO2 emission across all carriers and boats. It can help you set better data-based emission targets for future shipment and optimize your CO2 footprint. If you want to learn more about our sustainability plans and solutions, please get in touch with your Maersk sales rep or visit our website. We have just posted a link in the comment section. And finally, I'd like to share two pieces of exciting news. Both are e-commerce related. First, we have just announced the acquisition of Visible Supply Chain Management, a US-based B2C logistics company focused on parcel delivery and fulfillment services in the US market. Visible Supply Chain Management enables e-commerce logistics in a cost-effective and quick delivery manner that will enhance your competitiveness in the marketplace. Second, we have just announced our intention to acquire B2C Europe, based in the Netherlands. B2C Europe specializes in parcel delivery services for retailers, for brands, and for logistics operators, with a particular focus on cross-border delivery in Europe. Both companies are well established and recognized players in the e-commerce logistics industry. The two acquisitions will help Maersk develop better B2C fulfillment and B2C delivery solutions for customers. You can find more about the exciting news on our website, and we have just posted a link in the comment section as well. So that ends our update today. We've talked about the Asia to North America network and trade, equipment shortage, potential missing sellings, and then we shared our efforts to decarbonize the industry. We finished by sharing news of two planned e-commerce logistics acquisition in US and Europe. As always, we are committed to meet your supply chain needs in this period of ongoing uncertainties. You are welcome to share your questions, suggestions, and feedbacks. We will keep the chat box open for another 15 minutes so you can post your questions and comments there. Please also click the share survey link to give us feedback. Thanks again for joining us. We wish you a great day ahead and a great week. Looking forward to seeing you at our next broadcast in September. Keep well. Thank you.